How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Troy. And I really do appreciate you taking your time tuning in to today's video. Back in June, House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer asked ATF Director Stephen Dettelbach and White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention Director Stefanie Feldman to send the committee any communication between the White House, the ATF, and like I said, that was back in June, and to this day they haven't sent any of that information over to the committee. So they pissed off James Comer. So he did the next best thing. He issued a congressional subpoena to the ATF Director Stephen Dettelbach and Stefanie Feldman, who was the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention Director. And Comer wants information about the role and what the agencies had in Chicago's lawsuit against Glock. And matter of fact, after the letter was sent in June to Miss Feldman, in early July, Deputy Counsel to the President, Rachel F. Cotton, responded to the Oversight Committee's request for documents. She sent a letter to Mr. Comer saying the House majority is doing the gun lobby's bidding by launching a baseless political attack on the Biden administration under the guise of an investigation. That just shows you what the Biden administration's all about. And the claims of collusion between the White House, the ATF, and Chicago with this lawsuit against Glock have come by whistleblowers because they did collude with them and they're trying to hide it. The committee learned that just before Christmas in 2023, the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention met privately with representatives of Glock. They actually asked Glock to change their pistols' designs so it would make it harder for people to modify them and turn them into machine guns. And then in March of 2024, the city of Chicago filed suit in state court against Glock. And guess who is helping out the city of Chicago with the lawsuit? Everytown Law, which is the litigation part of Everytown for gun safety. And the actual day the lawsuit was filed, the president of Everytown for gun safety posted on X, "Today, Everytown Law plus the city of Chicago announced a historic lawsuit against Glock to hold them accountable for the unconscionable decision to continue selling these easily modified pistols, even though they could fix the problem." And later on, he posted this: "Federal officials recently contacted Glock to discuss implementing new ways to modify Glock pistols to make it harder for Glock switches to be installed. Rather than help, Glock falsely insisted there's nothing they could do." Like I said earlier, this was a private meeting between the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention and Glock. There was not supposed to be anyone else there. So was Mr. Feinblatt there? And if not, somebody passed on that information. And I guarantee you it wasn't Glock. You know who passed on that information to him. So the only thing that you can come up with is the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention colluded with Everytown for gun safety to bring the lawsuit against Glock. What does the city of Chicago want if they win this lawsuit? They want a court-ordered ban on the sale of Glock pistols to city residents in Illinois gun stores that serve the Chicago area. They say the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention wants Stephen Dettelbach to have the ATF reclassify Glocks as machine guns under the NFA. That's a load of crap, isn't it? But Stephen Dettelbach has resisted that so far. So of course they're going to ignore these subpoenas as well. And God forbid Kamala Harris wins in November. Remember, not too long ago, she said she wasn't taking away anyone's guns. But if she does take office in January, most likely she'll make a play for Glocks. And maybe even all striker-fired pistols. And adding them to the NFA. And of course, then the prices of those firearms will skyrocket in price. And pretty much banning them from the average law-abiding citizen. Just because the ATF says so. As always, I would really like to hear your thoughts about today's video in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video, and if you want to help the channel out and help it to continue to grow, I just ask you to take a few seconds of your time to like, share, and subscribe and hit those post notifications. I would be very grateful if you did so. And I invite everybody to come back and watch my next video.